Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to say. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tell Jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I say, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Whoa. My master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to say. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tell Jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son.
Yo, what is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It's your boy Swank. It is 8:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Tuesday night, and that can only mean one thing. It is time for the K-Gun Report. That's right, the K-Gun Report right here, brought to you by Buff Fanbase and 26hertz.com. We're real stoked to have you here tonight on Season 6, Episode 18, trying to get through this off-season the best way we can. We're going to go through the AFC East teams and see how they stack up, who is the greatest threat the Buffalo Bills, the AFC East reigning champs, the Buffalo Bills. We're going to take your questions and comments. We're going to have a hell of a great time. I got to tell you, I think all the Reed boys are here too. Let's hit this intro and get it.
Hey Bills Mafia, you're watching 24/7 Buff Fandemonium's The K-Gun Report, part of the Buffalo Fan Base Network and sponsored by 26 Shirts.
What is up, everybody? I lied, apparently. Jerry came in. He just wanted you all to see his bedroom, I guess.
Yeah.
Jerry's having some chitlin parenting. He's a good dad, so he'll be back in just a little bit. But right over here next to me is my boy, Scooter Magooter. Scott, what the hell you got?
What the hell's up, Bills Mafia? Hi, Swank. Hi, Jared. Ghosting us right now as we speak. No, can't wait to talk some Bills football with y'all. Our pages are growing. Jerry, the guy that's not there, is working his butt off trying to grow this social media platform during
That's
the off
probably where he
season.
is right now.
Yeah, right. He's probably
Yeah.
sharing and but yeah, I see there's a pretty good viewership right now. Don't be afraid to share, guys. Spread the love. Talk some Bills football in the off season. We got training camp coming up. We got lots to talk about. Can't wait.
Oh, so much kind of to talk about, anticipatory conversations is what we have right now. Right down there, you can see that there's an empty chair. That is Jared's chair. Jared is probably speaking as much as he would normally in the intro, so we're probably pretty good. Now he'll be back in a minute. I'm your boy Swank. I am the host of the K-Gun Report. Super glad to be here with you all tonight. As I said, we are brought to you by the Buffalo fan base. Super proud to be a part of that. Also sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give them all your money. Del Reed and the gang got the flyest threads, the best trends. You can look so good and help out a family right near Western New York. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win.
I got a laugh, Swank. Jared's like, I'm hurrying. Don't let me in yet. But I was like, you don't need to tell him he's already in because last time he came in late, he was shirtless. So let's not do that.
He's there. If your video feed is sent to me, it is up. That is the rule.
Speaking of, I'll read in 26 Shirts real quick swank. Mafia Con is this week, guys, starting at 10:30 at Seneca One in Buffalo. The K-Gun Report will be airing and doing a live stream from there, which is pretty awesome, along with like 6 or 7 other shows. But tickets are still for sale. So look up Mafia Con 2025. They're available. Autographs, weasel toss or beanbag toss, whatever you want to call it, cornhole, food, drinks, all that good stuff. Mafia Con, check it out.
Yeah, there will be players there. There will be all sorts of great times. This is the second year that they've done it. I will not be there. Scooter will be representing the K-Gun Report along with our good friend, Mr. Corey Blaine from Buffalo World Order. And shout out to Corey and Patrick and Buffalo Spartan, all of these dudes are in the comments right now, but they bailed our asses out the last couple weeks. Fan base was having a little bit of issue with the StreamYard setup and all that. We are back now, baby, and super proud to be here. But
hell yeah,
big up to our boys at BWO for helping us out and letting us use their account to get all the good love and good news to all you fine people. Speaking of these fine people, what's up in the comments? We got Patrick Hughes from BWO right here. Mafia, what's up? What's up indeed? That's like a very deep question or a very surface level question, depending on how philosophical you want to get on a Tuesday night at 8:37. We got
This is Sparta.
Mafia mount up. What up, boys? Just finished up the initial short run of BWO shirts. Let's do this. Mafia mount up. Hell yeah. Spartan, I heard you were running shirts. I want me ones of thems. So please make me ones of them. I think Scooters wants ones too. So
here.
We got Curry Blaine. What's up, you crazy K-Gun fans? Another Tuesday night talking Bills with some of the best. See you guys at Mafia Con this weekend. That's right.
Yep. Corey and I are going to be talking spring training matchups, positional matchups and all that stuff. So it'll be a fun, interesting topic, obviously relevant with training camp right around the corner. But I think the Bills have a lot more than a lot of people are anticipating.
I like it. The real question is, how many cans of SpaghettiOs are you guys eating?
Depends. I'll have one. I actually got one back there.
Oh, sorry. Is it over from last year?
Oh, yeah, but it's still sealed, so it's good for another 40, 50 years.
Taxes, Twinkies, and SpaghettiOs. None of it goes away. Joshua Williams, what's up, brother? Hey, let's go Buffalo. Big Josh, thanks for showing up and hanging out.
What's up, Josh?
We got Doug. What's up, y'all? Time to show this Tuesday. Who's boss? K-Gun and Hydrate. Oh, dude, I love that. I really love that. That's definitely at least going to be a sticker, if not a T-shirt. Speaking of T-shirts, Scooter, tell the people what's going on tonight.
Yeah, we are actually. You leave a comment, and you will be entered to win one of the Ralph's last tour. The last, what's it called? The Ralph's last. I want to say dance. It's sticking in my head.
Ride. Ralph's last ride.
See, I knew that. I posted like crazy on that the last month, and for some reason, it may be Doug said hydrate. It may be the lemonade and vodka I'm drinking. I don't know. But you leave a comment, you'll be entered to win for a chance to win that T-shirt. Actually, it's in our bonfire, so it probably is it a hoodie option there, Swank?
Oh yeah, there's hoodies, there's long sleeves, there's crews, there's women's tees, there's all sorts of stuff in there. It's actually my boy Corey got at me, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago now, and he was saying that wouldn't it be cool to have like a rock concert kind of themed T-shirt for the last year of the Ralph being around, and I was like, yeah, I think that would be pretty dope. So I worked on her, and we got a pretty good thing going. And with Corey's blessing, 24/7 put her out, and we did the pre-order. Thank you all who ordered before they went live on Bonfire. We're gonna have a handful of them available at the Rager.
Yep.
Well, just put the order in. So yeah, they're pretty sweet, man. It's not Josh Allen singing, and not Deion Dawkins playing drums, and not Taron Johnson playing guitar, and also not, I can't remember who the other guy is. Ed Oliver.
Look at Oliver. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ed Oliver. It's not any of those dudes, but they are dudes that might slightly resemble some of those guys rocking out in the Ralph for the last season. So the back of it's got this full schedule, like a concert tour, and there's a couple asterisks on there because some of the locations aren't quite correct. Like some of them say New York when they really mean New Jersey. So yeah, check that out, man. Scooter, can you throw that link to the bonfire in the comments there?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so check that out. But all of this to say, one of you lucky some bitches that are in here commenting, you're entering yourself to win. You didn't even know it, but you are entering yourself to win yourself a Ralph's Last Ride concert tee. Compliments of your boys right here at the K-Gun Report. Also, we got some new of these. And we got some logo stuff, logo sticks too. If you guys want any of those, send us a message with your address, and we'll ship you out an envelope in the mail. Well, Jared will ship you out an envelope in the mail because he's not here to say I can't do that. So he's going to do that. Please, everybody, send your address. On Buff.
Link is there. Hit him up.
Do it up. We got Mary Jane Brown Hughes. What's up, Mary Jane? Thanks for hanging out. So many long time OGs of the show.
Well, yeah.
We got Uncle James saying, what's up, Mafia? What's up, Uncle James? Good to see you, brother. Buffalo Spartan says he's got a few surprises up his sleeve. You gonna pull some peanut butter and jelly wings out of your sleeve? That's what I want.
Yeah, I could go for some of those.
It's like BWO is just having a conversation. It's like a staff meeting for BWO in the comments right now.
Right.
This beautiful and amazing Ellen Lartz. What's up, Ellen? First off, what's up, everyone? Second, prayers for the Kelly and Bean family as Aaron and Parker's first little boy fights a birth issue. Yeah,
yep.
I saw that, man. What a bummer. Definitely thinking of them. It just, after Hunter, right? Like, how many of us remember Hunter?
Yeah,
and all that stuff that happened, and now this, and it's a bummer. But they're strong family. We're a strong fan base. Just keep a thought, man. Keep a thought. You got anything on that, Scott?
I'm glad that they're keeping it close to the vest. None of our business, but the fact that they reached out for the prayers, that's pretty special. So that's what Bill's Mafia does. We're praying for you, Jim Kelly and family, and hope for the best. Last image I saw was there's a surgery scheduled for tomorrow. So hopefully it's successful, and we'll pray for a speedy, healthy recovery for sure.
Absolutely. We got Dr. Bruce McKellar in the comments. Go Bills, happy Tuesday. The good doc is in. What's up, Dr. Bruce? How are you, sir?
What's up, Doc? Any news on the Landon Jackson pup list?
Yeah. Let's talk on that.
I know he's had history of ACL and knee injuries. I haven't heard anything out of camp, so who knows what's going on. I've also heard that he'll be back within a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I don't know if it's a roster trying to bring other people in, move people around. Who knows? But It's very vague right now.
Very vague, and we can't afford to keep losing people on that D line.
No, Jesus.
We bringing all these people in here. Like, can a couple of them stay healthy? I feel like this is just like, dude, how many years have I been saying like they bring so many people in on the defensive line? Like, there was a couple drafts where I'm like, don't even draft anybody for the defensive line because I just don't have faith in it anymore. But I was so stoked about this year's draft, and they had some meat on that line, free agency, and yeah, please, Dr. Bruce, your only hope. Mary Jane wants to answer the Tuesday trivia question. Mary, can we wait for Jerry, because that's his baby?
Not a good look, Jerry. Not a good look.
Jerry, hello.
Are you in? But what Mary Jane Brown Hughes is mentioning on our social media platforms, guys, Jared's going to start with a Tuesday trivia. He asks a question. Obviously, you can Google it, but make it more fun for yourself. Come on the show, get the answer if you don't already know it. But there are a lot of people that answered on TikTok, Swank, that are way off, which is interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they're a little hard. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, gotta keep that conversation going. Spartan will also be at Mafia Con this weekend, which is dope. Go meet him. He's one of the best people. And actually, Scott, Corey, and Spartan are like some of the best people that I know in my life. So go to Mafia Con and hang out. Scooter, I gotta get you a bunch of stickers. If they're having a meeting, we're having a meeting. I gotta get you some stickers to pass out.
Yep, I actually had that on my things to do to talk to you about after the show. Is stop over and grab some stickers, yo.
Yeah, and beer. All right. Uncle James wants to talk about Maine. Vrabel can possibly be a problem. Not worried about the rest. I like it. Let's roll through the rest of these comments, and absolutely, we'll start with the Patriots. I got all of their rosters, their current rosters up right now. If you want to jumpstart, Scott. Sorry, I was going to tell you that earlier. John Roberts says Langdon is expected to be back next week. It sounds like Bills are being cautious. That is the way of the Buffalo Bills, especially since Bean and McDermott got into town. They are overly cautious, not only with injuries, but with rookies. So it would not surprise me at all if it's just a little nick and everything. Oh, my God.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you really quick, there was a tornado that touched down in my town just a couple miles away from my house here earlier this week, and that is nothing at the excitement of Jared Reed touching down right here on the K-Gun Report. Jared Reed, what is up, brother? How are you? We've been looking at your room. It's beautiful. What's going on?
Not too much. I'm glad I made it. We had a football camp tonight in Penn Yan, and my little one's having a hard time, so it put everything backwards a little bit. So, but we're here now, and he got over it. He participated the last half hour of it, and he had fun, and he remembers what it feels like, and we're off.
There you go. There you
go. For all you little guys out there, I had to explain to my nephew Everett because he was intimidated by the size of some of these kids. And granted, it's a high school doing this camp for the bunch of little guys. And I was like, if they were all the same size, buddy, it'd be a different story. But you need people that are strong. You need people that are big, and you need people that are fast. He's a speedster. You need those little guys that are fast in this sport. So hopefully you took that as a little advice from Uncle Scott.
Hey, man, Doug Flutie's got a Super Bowl ring. You just tell him that. That's all he needs to know. The smallest guy on the planet has a Super Bowl ring.
There you
go. I love I'm catching up here on some of these comments. Lori, Eli's mom, Lori, says the wheel of Spartan's death. It's so funny. We're doing a giveaway show. We've done these since pretty early on, man. But we were talking just recently, like we're trying to get back to our roots and the stuff that we really enjoyed about doing all this. And the off season again is like one of those things where like we're trying to provide a conversation and comments. Like we are starving for Bill's stuff too. That's why we love coming here and talking with you guys every Tuesday night. And I don't know, man, we were talking and like we just want to throw some of this stuff back into the mix that's kind of gotten, a little bit left in the side view from all of our busy lives. But yeah, that's why we're giving away the god dang new t-shirt and
love that.
Doing some sticker stuff. You want stickers? Just message Jerry. Like I said, message 24/7. Jerry will mail you all the stickers. Everybody send Jared your absolute best handwritten address.
Even if you don't want anything, send it to Jared.
Yeah, just send it to Jared. Actually,
Yes,
send him addresses that go nowhere. So it's a bunch of return to senders.
All right. There you go. I'll definitely have him at MafiaCon for sure.
Patrick, Jared got voluntold. LOL. Hell yeah. We got Tommy VW, Bills fan for life. Go Bills. What's up, Tom?
Hey, Tom.
What's up, Tommy?
On X.
Must be West Virginia.
Yep.
Dr. Bruce says, I have not heard anything definite on Landon Jackson. There was no specific injury noted. Yeah. Might be
Physically inactive. Is that what he was?
He's a pup list for a week or two, so it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mary Jane, Jerry, you'll be very happy. I held everybody back. They've been clamoring. They really want to answer the trivia question. I told them they had to wait for you to come back. So once I get through these last little couple comments,
There you go.
release the hounds, bro.
Yep.
Lori, I'm bummed that it's this weekend. I'm not in town or somewhere. Yeah, I have a wedding to play for some good friends of the band on Saturday, and I was bummed that I'm going to miss MafiaCon for the second year in a row. We got invited last year, the first inaugural year, and none of us could make it. But I'm very stoked that we will be represented, and I think, like you said, Corey and you will have a great time. It'll be a fun time, man.
It should be fun. Hey, if you're gonna miss the MafiaCon, September 6th, you could save the date to the Rager this year at Reinvention Brewing. If you can't make one event, there's always another one that Buffalo Bills representate. So let's save that date, September 6th, regular season Rager, the 5th annual at Reinvention Brewing. We have a food truck, Retro Taco, popcorn vendor, Tony's Popcorn. We have someone bringing trinkets and little tote bags and all that stuff that they sell there. Plus, Reinvention has some pretty tasty damn beer there. So,
Yes, sir.
And you get to meet us.
Yeah.
I love this one. Hi from 101 CT. That's where I work. I work for the state, the DDSO home. And Irene is mentioning I'm a doctor there. A lot of them call me doctor. So the doctor's on TV. Hi, everyone at 101 Cobblestone.
The doc is in, man.
The doc is in.
Yeah. We got Keely. Just a fun fact. My son was in Tahoe at the golf tournament, and he got Josh to tell me happy birthday.
Nice.
Is there a better person in the whole entire world than Josh Allen? I'll wait, dude. I don't think the Dalai Lama's got shit on Josh Allen. I don't think the Pope's got any. Like, Josh Allen is it, dude. He is the best person after my wife in the whole entire, and your wife and your wife, after all of our wives and mothers, best person in the whole entire world.
Yep.
He's pretty much up there with those guys. So yeah, definitely. Yep.
My wife texted me, turn it to the golf station. Josh Allen's on, and go figure. I turn it there, and they don't show him once for the rest of the evening.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep.
Thanks, Tom, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. We grew all of this organically. We used to stream for weeks and weeks and months to single digits, and then eventually double digits, and then eventually, like, I remember what would we chug a beer at when it got to 50 or 20 or something?
50.
Yeah, at 50 at one time, and we were like, oh my god! And it's just it's been awesome, man. This little community of people that we started out with, which the majority of you that started this show with us are still here. Have grown it into, weekly numbers of consistently 1,000 plus viewers and views, and it's awesome. So the whole reason that happens is because if you like the show and you think that some of your friends would like it, you share it around, man. Do what Tom did, man. Do what all these beautiful people here have done, and have a conversation without getting belittled or yelled at or told you're wrong or whatever other blowhard BS happens in some of these
Happens quite a bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, it sure does, man. And that's why we started this to begin with 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
All right, guys. I love it. You're killing it in the comments. We got 516 of you tuning in right now. And I'll tell you what, for July 15th on the deadest part of the off season, I'll take that with you guys all damn day.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry, take this over. Tell us what happened. Like, tell us A, what you're doing, B, what the question is, and people, go ahead, start throwing your comments and your answers in the comment. But Jerry, explain what's going on.
Yeah, get it. Swank mentioned that when I came in, is we're trying to get back to where all three of us are on the same page again and comfortable. We got a little away from ourselves, but we're trying to get back to the roots. And one of the things is although we've been interactive with the 24/7 Buff Pandemonium pages, we want to get more involved with you guys, and we want you guys to learn the game and learn from us. And we're not always right, but we will lead you in the right direction to get the right answers. And something I want to start doing is we have the Did You Knows on Monday, and we'll just throw out an old player or a new player. And Did You Know, and throw out some stats and share a little video. But Tuesday mornings from now on, I'm going to be doing a Who's the Man? And it's going to have a question. It's going to be a Buffalo Bills player. I'm going to throw that out there. Now, it's always going to be a Bills player. And you leave the answer in the comments, and on that night's show, we'll give the answer. This week's Tuesday trivia was, I was the first player in NFL history to rush for 1,000 yards and get kickoff return yards 1,000 as well in the same season. Who am I? So it was a Buffalo Bills player in NFL history, the first in the NFL history to get 1,000K or 1K in rushing, 1K in kickoff return yards.
I will throw your answers in the comments here. Should we go around the panel here and kind of I'm going to guess that your twin brother already knows.
Yeah.
So I'll sit here, man, and so in a single season, 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 return yards.
Yep. I got some hints if you want them.
Hit me with them. Go ahead.
He was a running back in the drought years.
All right, so I'm going to say it's got to be CJ or Freddie.
One of those.
Okay. Well,
they both did kickoff returns and rushing.
Yep. So I'll tell you, like one of the best moments for me during the drought was when there was all that controversy and Ralph like overstepped and they picked CJ and everybody was like, "Why are we picking CJ's?" But we got Fred Jackson. Fred Jackson had to win his job every year for some stupid reason the whole time he was in Buffalo. But then you went out and you picked this kid who was supposed to be this home run stud when really you should have been looking in the trenches and kind of building it the way that Bean and McDermott have been building it. But Ralph, man, I remember the speech. I remember him holding up the jersey. I remember this kid's going to get us where we need to be, blah, blah, blah. I think it was real exciting for like a season and 2 seasons, maybe. Yeah.
He was.
Was he exciting enough to get that right? I feel like it's CJ. I'm going to lock it in CJ Spiller. But sidebar, my gut says Freddie just because Jared is the biggest Fred Jackson fan that I know. It would be like him to do that for the first one of these back. I'm going to retract my statement and say, even though I think CJ probably did it, Fred Jackson. Final answer.
That's correct. He's my guy. And in 2009, he had over 1,000 rushing and 1,000 kickoff return. And I think, if I'm correct, it was 1,009 yards rushing and then 1,064 kickoff return.
It's too bad you don't have an internet connection to confirm that.
I know. I could have just looked it up, but
a lot of good guesses in social media, though. Gale Sayers was thrown out there. A lot of good guesses that were non-Buffalo, and it's surprising. Freddie Jackson not only was a staple for the Bills during the drought years, and a lot of people, believe it or not, I can't. You wouldn't have imagined him being 1,000-yard runner and 1,000-yard kick returner, but yeah, the first one to ever do it. I got trivia for both you guys. Make it quick. Who's the first running back in NFL history to ever have 1,000 receiving yards and 1,000 rushing yards?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Roger Craig, San Francisco 49ers.
There you go. Yep.
I don't know if he's not a Bill. It's not on my radar. We got Michael Portville alum saying, thoughts on trade for Hendrickson's from 101 Cobble.
Yeah, from where I work. What's up, Mike? He
Irene's got him going tonight, huh? Thanks, Irene.
He texted me when the Landon Jackson information came out, and he's like, they better get on the phone with Cincinnati to bring in Hendrickson since we're losing all these guys. I can't say I hate that, but there'd be a lot of moving around that had to be done.
I mean, how much money? How much money are we talking? I mean, Cincinnati, I don't know how they're paying.
You're losing some significant players, I believe, too, with this trade.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know who you sent. I don't even want it. It would be great. It would be amazing. But I think that you would kind of undo everything you just did and you kind of be going back to like that splash guy. At least this splash guy is in the prime of his career, and he's a monster. But I don't know. The whole D-line by committee kind of concept, like this dude, if we traded for him, we gave up all those assets and paid him a whole hell of a lot of money, he better be out there on offense too, because there ain't no way. Like you're just putting all your, it's like you're gonna commit yourself to being like Josh Allen's gonna be on the offense for a long time, and Hendrickson's gonna be on the defense for a long time, and everything else, who knows? But as long as we got those two guys, that's what we're banking everything on, right? Like that's the move if you do that, right?
Yep. And like you said, the rotational defensive line thing, I understand the 6-week suspension that Hoyt's going through. Bosa's on the injured now, Landon Jackson. It's like, oh, geez, here we go again. Let's dive into this. But I like him. I think he'd be great in Buffalo, but he's just too pricey and a lot of assets would be lost for sure.
Yeah. It'd be a good pickup for a team like, I don't want to say the Jets, but the Jets, or somebody that's like floundering, that needs a spark, that's rebuilding, that needs that piece, that doesn't have to worry about that can be a leader. Like, pay him stupid money and make him at least be happy that he's getting paid stupid money while he's going through the misery of trying to rebuild a team that might not work out. That's where it is.
Otherwise, right now, Cincinnati can't even sign their first-round draft pick, and Shamar Turner, I believe the guy's name is, he's holding out, and that's an issue. So what kind of culture is going on there?
Yeah, absolutely. Jerry, you got any opinion on this?
There's a lot of things going on today that has left me in wonder. And one big one that I just got worried about was, this whole James Cook fella that's our running back that we absolutely love. And we know that Bean isn't known for bringing running backs in for the second season. With all these guys and the injury or Landon going down, it's like, oh gosh, is this where we see James Cook get moved? And I don't want it to happen, but he's big trade bait. I know he wants 15 mil and he's making 5 mil this year, but he's one hell of a running back and he'll make any offense better. And so it got me nervous, like, oh shit, all this happening. Is this going to be when we see my guy? I know you guys like James Cook too, but is this when we see him leave? And it got really nervous for about an hour and a half today when I saw that stuff going down. It's like, shit, here we go.
I didn't even think about that, but holy cow.
I didn't either. But that makes a lot of sense. Great take, Jerry, man. I got to tell you, I go back and forth, I feel like hourly. Like, how can you want to move a guy like James Cook? Like I was saying a couple weeks ago, I've been going through the games through the whole season, and damn it, if he's not just so dynamic every time he's in a game, he makes a handful of plays that you're like, oh my God, like, we drafted this dude, he is a maniac. Like, this is amazing. So it's like, yeah, why wouldn't you sign this guy? And then the other side of me that's like, people talk about players being a scheme player. I don't think that James Cook's vision is, part of the scheme, or his running style is part of the scheme. But I think that the scheme does allow him to be very productive. Mm-hmm. We know he comes from good genes. Delvin Cook was amazing. Like, I don't know. So I go back and forth. So like, if James Cook walked, or they traded him for somebody or whatever, how unhappy would you really be? Like, if you got what he is back, but in a different spot, how unhappy are you that he's gone? Right.
Well, I've preached for 6 years now that whoever's dressing up 53 on season or opening days, I'm going to root for my guys. So James Cook is a player in the NFL. Players get moved. Players get traded. I still love Fred Jackson, even though he went to Seattle. I still love Thurman Thomas, even though he went to Miami. I'm still going to like James Cook if he goes someplace else. But the next guy up mentality is how it's been here. And Ray Davis is the real shit. And I got a feeling he's going to shine this year if he's given the opportunity. And, Ty Johnson coming out of the backfield, best third down back in the league, and Frank Gore Jr. So like, we might have that same guy coming in, but James is showing us a little bit of what he can do. And I like it. And if it stays, it stays. But if it does leave, I'm on for the next guy too.
I'm here for James Cook having an amazing season and ending it with a Super Bowl win right here in Buffalo. Because if you win the Super Bowl, it is a given that player, like anybody who has a contract coming up, is gone.
Yeah.
That is a given,
Yep.
right?
And it's not like the 90s where they could keep him for 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah. If you make it there and you win, even if you make it there, like goodbye, like they're gone. You can't touch them because they are that caliber player that have made it there or won it there. So I don't know, man. I say it like pretty religiously, but that Patriots kind of system, the rubric that they had to like build what they had and keep what they have. They had core pieces in the trenches, and they had Tom Brady, and they did running back by committee, and they'd get a good receiver every 5 years. And like, have a stout defense. There you go. Like
monster tight end.
They had a Gronk too.
But but we'll throw that in the trenches because they're pretty much trench guys too that can just catch the ball freakishly good.
I do remember Gronk overblocking
a couple times.
One of my favorite players. Concussing. Anyway, Adam, you can't trade with Cincy for what? They can't sign anyone with their first round pick didn't want to sign. Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Spartan says, I think my Freddie sign collection outdoes both of yours. Wow.
Yeah, it definitely
you
does.
got a pretty good one though. You got a pretty good Freddie collection, don't you?
I have a lot of 8x10s, and I got
that huge canvas. Didn't you win that
canvas? Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got a mini helmet.
Yeah, so, jersey.
No, the jersey went to Dan Green or to who won that? Who won that? Doug Augie?
Maybe someone did. Yeah, just recently. Just recently. Yep.
So I gave up Freddie Jackson to help out a good friend of mine. So
I do want to throw this out there, quick swank. Jared and I took our sons to the James Cook camp last week. Yeah. Amazing time there at Bishop Kearney High School in Rochester, and he is as advertised. I know a lot of people were thinking about his personality and how he is a personality that we were told right off the bat. He's a very quiet guy. He's not disrespectful. He's quiet. He came out. He had that quiet look to him. But I tell you what, when he was playing one-on-one with the kids at the end there, he lit up. He was happy. He does have emotion. And a beautiful thing was we were standing by his father. And you could tell a lot of times he kept looking at his dad for like reassurance. I don't think it was reassurance, but it was like, hey, Dad, look what I'm doing here. His dad was giving him hell. But you could tell he was a big influence on James Cook's life. And he was just happy. He is a happy guy. Very quiet. You get thrown in front of millions of people as being a quiet guy, you're going to be portrayed as a certain way, but people are like that. Doesn't mean anything less of them. So I thought he showed a great showed what he was about at that camp for sure.
Yeah, it's very eye-opening. Very like smile ear to ear. He loves kids, and at the end of the day, to have a camp like that, that's all that mattered. He was there for the adults. He gave them the attention. We got pictures with the groups and stuff, but those kids showed up. Man, he was something else. It was awesome.
Yep. I mean, I don't think I ever thought that he was like full of himself or anything like that. I think like the quiet thing to me is like more just a personality trait. I don't think it, like you're saying. I guess I don't know. I think it's weird to me that people take it the wrong way because like I can get quiet, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like I think it's just kind of like one of those things where like if he doesn't have something to say or something to do, then he's not gonna do it.
Not everybody is a Ray Lewis or a Sherman or anybody and all that. Yeah. I mean, where you have the highs of the highs, there are also the lows of the lows that love the sport, love doing things to help raise money for people that need it, and they just like playing football. And sometimes why can't that be it?
Amari Cooper.
Yep. Very quiet.
Humble, does his job. Stephon Diggs knocks up Cardi B, then calls her fat.
Why you gain so much weight?
All right, guys, 685 of you tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out and spreading the good K-Gun word. We are part of the Buff Fan Base Network. Super proud to be, and sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give them all your money. They'll do great things with it. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win. We got Melissa Green throwing a heart emoji in there. Hey, Melissa.
Thanks, Melissa. That's Dan's wife, Melissa.
Yep. There you go.
Patrick says Barry Sanders was quite was a quiet dude, I think, not a quit dude, but is one of the greatest RBs of all time. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Agree.
Absolutely. All right, let's get on to the topic here at hand, the AFC East. A lot of things have happened in the last couple of seasons, especially this off season here. I guess I kind of want to go team by team, and then at the end of it, let's kind of decide. I mean, to be fair, I'm not worried about anybody.
Right.
But who are we worried about the most, or who has the greatest chance to be in a pain? We know these interdivision games, interconference games, they can all be a pain in our ass. So, I don't know. I think it is time to dissect and decide. Let's go. Let's start with a dumpster fire, shall we?
Okay.
The New Jersey Jets. This is a team that had Aaron Rodgers, had Robert Salah. I thought Salah did some good things. Rodgers threw a big A-bomb and everything, brought all his old buddies out that he didn't want when he was in Green Bay, and really took a team that I thought Salah kind of like built into a contender-ish if they had one piece, which was a quarterback, and completely destroyed it. And that makes me very happy. But this offseason, new coach. I like him. I liked him for a while. I saw like the Hard Knocks with the Detroit Lions. I really liked him. I thought he was fun. They got Justin Fields. I don't know. Scott, what is your overall take of the New York Jets, and what kind of threat do they pose to the AFC East?
Okay. So McDermott obviously gets knocked because he's a defensive-minded head coach. And the knock is that defensive-minded head coaches really don't make it far as, because obviously the Super Bowl, Andy Reid, all those guys have been offensive-minded. But what the Jets seem like they can't do is get away from defensive-minded head coaches. I mean, we know Rex Ryan was there a while ago, Salah, and now Aaron Glenn, which I don't mind. I mean, they bring a toughness to the team, but you got to do something if you're a defensive-minded head coach on the offense to make sure you can complement the defense that you're going to be taking over. And they go ahead and bring in a quarterback that's starting. That was a backup to another quarterback last year, and a quarterback that's known to take a lot of sacks in Justin Fields. They brought in a rookie right tackle in Mambao, who's a 20 in the first rounder this year, which I thought was a great pickup. I just think you mentioned dumpster fire. I'm with you, Swank. I believe that this right now is a factor of identity. I think they brought in Aaron Glenn to be the defensive-minded guy and have this Jets team be a defensive-minded Jets team that they have been forever, but it does not seem like they ever get the offensive part right. You need to be able to score points to win football games. They just signed Garrett Wilson for a 4-year, $35 million, something like that. Good for him. Get your money. He's getting paid. I think 90 of that, 90 million is guaranteed. But there were a lot more parts I think they needed. And I think this is going to be potentially one of the worst offenses in the league, not just the AFC. Namely because, like I said, Fields takes sacks, rookie offensive lineman, and not a really good specialty core with a defensive-minded head coach. So it's going to be a struggle. They're going to pull out wins because of that defense. I am a fan of Aaron Glenn, like you said, Swank, but it's going to be tough for a while because of the whole identity thing, and it's going to be a while before they can even establish that.
I think in this day and age, great takes, by the way, in this day and age, the NFL, like the lifespan and the tolerance for losing is way shorter than it was when we were coming up and enjoying like the Bills and whatever else. I mean, you would see coach quarterback duos go 3-year cycles and some coach quarterback GM cycles like 3 years at least. And GMs usually would hang on a little bit longer because they got it wrong once and blah, blah, blah. But like, this is like insane to me because Salah really built a decent foundation there. Like they were missing one piece, and now you blew it up. You brought in Aaron Glenn, who is another great defensive mind, like you're saying. I think they're going to do the same. Are they going to give him enough time to bring in an offensive coordinator or bring in an offense that allows them to stay balanced enough to at least be competitive and be in the hunt for a wild card. I just don't see this ownership or the NFL and the fan base won't let it happen, right? Like I don't know. It's nuts.
Ooh.
Yeah, that fireman Ed guy is gonna like lose his mind, right? Jerry, what do you got, man? What do you think about the Jets?
Yeah, dumpster fire. The Bills and Jets have played 129 times. The Bills lead the series 71-58. I think the last 10 games, the Bills have lost 2 games to the Jets. But the only thing that makes me nervous, and I know they got a lot going on right now, but to bring a guy in like Aaron Glenn, is the office trying to do what the Detroit Lions did and bringing in an ex-player to get everybody fired up? We saw what Dan Campbell did over there in Detroit. So Aaron Glenn's an ex-player. He's been around the league for a while. He was a very productive player. Will he bring the right energy to that team? He definitely will to the defense. But again, that offense is going to struggle. And I know Garrett Wilson, like you said, signed. Sauce Gardner just signed today, I think, as well.
Really?
Yeah, 4 years. So he's going to be there a while. I think our defensive lineman that got 2 interceptions this year has more interceptions than Sauce Gardner does in 2 seasons. But anyway,
literally before you said that about him signing, because I didn't know that, I was going to ask the question to the panel: is he a bust? Just quick, yes, no.
Sauce Gardner. Yeah, I think he gets away with a lot of shit because he's the number 1 first round pick. But
he had a horrible season. He had a horrible season this last year. I don't. And then you extend him. You know, I guess like if you're trying to re-energize him and get him pumped to be playing for Aaron Glenn, fine, like whatever. But a 4-year, is that what he got?
Yep, 4 years.
4-year, 120 mil. He's making 30. Yeah.
Just throw 120 mil at a guy that had a horrible season.
30 mil, Scott. 30 mil a year.
That's nuts. Yeah. That is absolutely crazy.
That's some Jets for you. Love it. Hey,
which is great.
New
York, exactly. But like I said, I think they're always rivalries are always tough to play. Aaron Glenn going there is going to add something to that franchise, but is it going to be enough? We'll see.
Real quick, last point on the Jets. Are they in the Archie Manning sweepstakes? Jerry.
Is Archie projected to go top 5?
Yeah, he's
probably the same way Sanders was.
Number 1.
The only thing I say about that is the Jets always give the Miami and Patriots problems too, so they're going to get 4 or 5 wins out of that. Just in our division, they'll get 3 or 4 wins. But you never know. I think, if they crumble hardcore, then definitely they're gonna have to go for them.
Scott,
I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a Manning and it's a high profile team.
Yep,
it makes sense, and I don't think this offense can score many points. So the only thing is with Aaron Glenn coming in, I think being a second-year coach next year, they will give him the opportunity to get his quarterback that can help lead. But again, Swank, like you said, they have to give him time. They can't just rely. They better not rely on Archie Manning having that first year success. You got to give Aaron Glenn at least 4 years. And if you don't bring in a Rodgers-like mentality where I think he basically fired Coach Salah, give Aaron Glenn some time, man. This franchise deserves it.
Yeah.
So I got such a hand grenade in like years of building and making a contender, and then all the blame. Like, insane, absolutely insane. Again, thank you, Jets ownership. Really appreciate it. You guys are great. I don't know. So this is what I see happening. Yes, they're going to draft Archie Manning. He is going to refuse to go and get traded to the Chargers.
Oh, I like that. See what he likes,
baby.
Real quick, let's put Bean in perspective here for those of you who knocked him. Benford was one of the best corners in the league, 4 years, $76 million. Gardner just reset the market for cornerback, as we're reading in the comments. Everyone else is now going to make money. Benford's making money, but not that kind of money.
Yeah, there you go. Get ahead of it.
Bean is a genius. You heard it here first. Breaking take, and I love it. All right, we're heading a little. Let's head a little north. We're going to keep it cold-ish. We're going to go get some clam chowder. We're going to go toss some bean bags around with the Red Sox. The New England Patriots. Jerry, I'm gonna throw this one down to you here first. Drake May had a showing, man. He looks like he could be a little something. They got Vrabel this year. They drafted their Henry-esque kind of power running back. You have Vrabel coming in with a similar mindset, I think, to what Billy Belly, as my wife calls him, Belichick had. What do you think about the New England Patriots, Jared Reed?
Yeah, if you go back to a couple shows last year or the year before, a lot of us on the panel, I think Scott and I don't know what your review was, Swank, I forget, but I apologize. But we said Drake May has like Josh Allen-esque type caliber or potential. That was not me. But I think if you get the right pieces around him, you might do well. If you look at the last transactions, last couple of days, the Patriots are doing what they used to do. They're building up their line. They just got Will Campbell on that team. Yeah. And then, who's that receiver that they just signed that had the pink stuff? Oh, yeah. But they got my question today I was asking myself is they bring Stephon Diggs in to help Josh Allen at a perfect time because Stephon Diggs had a great year with him. Do they hope that would be for the Drake May aspect of it? And I'm like thinking to myself, well, Stephon Diggs is 5 years older. He's coming off an injury. Are they reaching for the Stephon Diggs to do what he did with Diggs or to Allen to come through? I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a little bit too late. I think the pieces are being moved too late. But they're trying to fix the line. They do have a couple pieces, but the Bills still have their number. They just know how to win against this New England Patriots team. And the defense is always there, and we'll see how that improves. But no, I think we're going to take them twice in a row again.
I think the defense has suffered since Belichick left. And here's a question. Which ex-Buffalo Bill is going to have more of an impact on the Patriots offense as far as helping Drake May? Stephon Diggs or Mac Hollins?
Oh, Mac Hollins. I would say Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins is going to bring a positive vibe to that whole offense.
Mac is a holistic kind of guy. He's very likable. He's very encouraging. He's half hippie with an athlete's body. So, I could see him very much being like a safety blanket for Drake May. Yep. And as the season went on, he became an animal. Mm-hmm. I wanted him to stay. I don't know if the list of wide receivers that we have now that he'd even be able to get on the field, but I wanted him to stay. I thought special teams alone, that dude laid lumber, dude. He was no joke. He did not give a shit if he was holding a place kick or if he was running down the field on special teams or if he was catching a pass, man. That dude, he was 100% a team guy. So for me, he is 10 times what Stephon Diggs is.
I agree.
For Drake May.
Yep. But not like I said, not only for Drake May, but he's going to bring it to the whole team, the whole squad, the whole organization is a little bit better for him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a great player.
Yep. What do you think, Scott?
I agree, Swank. This Mac Hollins, his main purpose is going to be a security blanket for Drake and a hell of a blocker for Travion Henderson, the rookie that they brought in from Ohio State. Mm-hmm. I think this is, again, a situation that we talked about the Jets with an identity crisis. I do believe Drake May could have been a top 5 quarterback if they kept going the way they were going. Javon Baker and Jalen Polk are 2 rookies they brought in 2024 that apparently are now wide receiver number 5 and 6, which is crazy to me that you don't even give these guys 2 years.
Yeah.
But with Vrabel coming in, bringing in that kind of lumber with the blocking with Hollins, bringing in that running back, I think you're changing the identity. I saw a question asking, do you think Drake May is a top 5 quarterback? Not anymore. Not anymore. This is going to be a high-powered running offense that unfortunately is going to depend on their running to keep their defense off the field, because I think their defense has suffered, like you said. I think their defense will give up a lot of points, and I think this is, again, the identity crisis is going to make it difficult for this team to win games.
I agree, man. And I don't think that you have the right coach in there to handle these kind of personalities and problems as they come up. I don't think that this dude is going to be able to.
He's going to try.
Well,
But
I don't know.
backfire.
So
he's another defensive guy. He might help that defense out a little bit more. But as far as offense and how much experience does he have with drama-esque type players on the offense when he's been a defensive guy his whole career?
Vrabel is Doug Marrone with a better team.
Yeah.
And I'm talking Titans, not currently. He wants to win that way. He wants to grind it out. And I'll tell you what, the only way you do that in the NFL right now is if you're in Baltimore. And Baltimore had to adapt their whole offense to a quarterback who nobody gave a shot to, and then made this offense. And I'm not sitting here trying to like give Baltimore their like whatever. But that's a team that, like, I'll say Harbaugh went out on a ledge to make something where there was nothing. He basically redid everything to form it around Jackson. That is not happening here. You have a passing quarterback, a pocket passing quarterback who has balls. He is a ballsy guy. He'll run with it. I'm not taking that away from him. But if you don't put the best goddamn line that you can possibly put in front of him and give him some receivers that care and want to run their routes and want to be productive and be team players, and a solid running game behind him, which, yes, maybe they have that, but Stevenson was lacking last year as well. I think partly that's the line to me, but whatever. This isn't the Titans in their prime.
Right.
Like, right. I don't know. I really want to see, like, is Vrabel just going to, like, be like, I'm Vrabel and this is what we do? Or is he going to be like, this is a team that is not the team that I had before, and these strengths are different than these strengths, like, whatever, and will he adapt? If he can do that, I'll have a lot more respect for him as a head coach.
Yep.
Oh yeah, first, that's a great point, Swank. Can Vrabel change his ways?
Yeah, he doesn't have to change a lot.
Right.
I mean, he could still be him, but if you're just gonna hand the rock off to Henderson or Stevenson or whatever you're gonna do, like, that's so predictable. I would stack the box first, second down every time. like for the first 4 weeks of the season, I would stack the box and just make him try to, like, pass against you on third and long, because that's what he wants to do. Everybody knows it. Doug Marrone. That's why I say that. That dude, we'd run every down if we could.
Yep.
You know, like, get out of here, dude. That's not what this league is anymore.
And not only that, but can he deal with, like you're talking about, Stephon Diggs isn't going to see a lot of targets. And now you brought in Kyle Williams, who's a rookie. And like I mentioned before, you have two other second-year guys that are trying to make a name for themselves because their contracts are coming up in 2 to 3 years. You're going to have issues.
Yeah.
With this wide receiver crew. They need to bring in guys like Mac Hollins who understand their role and that can block and don't mind if they only see 5 targets a game. This wide receiver crew right now that they have, with Vrabel being a head coach, is going to be an issue if they depend on the run, for sure.
I saw somebody asking, like when we were talking about Mac Hollins, if he even makes the roster. I think Doug said that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right now, he's listed wide receiver 3. Like, and I'm looking at their depth, and yep.
What you said earlier, Swank, this guy lays the lumber on special teams. So if you're looking for a veteran special team wide receiver, he's your guy. So there's a 5 or 6 that you need to be on your team to be that guy. Mac Hollins will be that guy.
But he's not 5 or 6, Jared. He's 2 or 3 right now.
I'm just saying, at the max, he's going to be the guy you're going to bring in just because he has experience, does block, and lays the lumber.
I would have him out. I think that he would be an anchor. Fine, great, go ahead. Like, put him out there. Like, I don't think you needed to get Stephon Diggs. I just don't think you needed to. You could have limped into your first season as the coach of this team. You drafted a stout running back that's got qualities that you like. load up the lines, go out there and be like, Drake, make the best out of what you can. And we're going to try and win as many games as we can. And then next year, we're going to draft more. We're going to get into free agency more. We're going to be a little better in our cap situation. And then that second year, maybe we're going to get a wild card. Like, let's go. Like, let's build it like that. Instead, it's like, let's make a splash and go get Stephon Diggs, and he can ruin our whole locker room.
Like, pay a shitload of money for him.
Yeah.
Who's coming off an injury, so we don't know exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's move down south to where it's warm. It is 9:29 right now. Apologize, boys. Having a lot of fun. Jared, you're good for as long as you were late coming in. You're as good that far.
Well, sure, let's do it.
We're down south in Miami. Just a little prelude here. You got Tua Tagovailoa over there. You got Tyreek Hill, who apparently wants to be there kind of now. You got, oh, God, let me see. Where's this end? Jalen Phillips, was he the one?
Got hurt last year.
Got hurt last year and then came back talking shit, saying that the locker room was not 100% in. Nobody gave 100% effort. Nobody was dialed in behind.
There's no leadership.
There's no leadership. Now there's a bunch of other, let's see. Oh no, who was it? Was it Jalen Wright that was coming out running back? Somebody was saying that they weren't taking care of their Pro Bowlers.
We talked about the first two dumpster fires, and now we're talking about it's a mess there in Miami.
It's bad.
They got rid of Ramsley and Jonnu Smith, I think is his name.
But they got Minka back.
They got Minka, who's decent, but he's had a struggling year.
So what Miami is doing is they're trying to bring back people of the past. Like when they lost Wilkinson, guys, they struggled at the defensive tackle position until obviously they grabbed this year in the draft this Kenneth Grant guy, the guy that we projected maybe the Buffalo Bills were going to get. They stretched for him. Then they lost Jonnu Smith. So what do they do about that? They do what they can to bring someone back in. They sign a retired
Waller,
Darren Waller. And then their big safety, Javon Holland, left them. And so what do? They get rid of their best corner, who I think they were going to get rid of anyways, and bring in Minka Fitzpatrick, who was a player of the past. It's like they're grabbing at everything just to try to fix mistakes that they made by not signing people when they should have. And then it's ask Jared first, because this is just a dumpster fire. I know I added my 2 cents, but this is crazy. This team is nuts right now. And Tua's still their quarterback.
Listen, I love the passion. I love the excitement. This is what you get at the K-Gun Report, 859 viewers right now. I also want to say this is what you get if you stay past 9.
Here we go, folks. We're in overtime.
That's right. We're in overtime, as stated by Patrick Hughes from BWO, also Corey Blaine from BWO. Luckily for us, Buff fan base, they've been very kind to us over the last couple of years, and they don't really care if we go over. So we're going to go over because we got to talk about this dumpster fire. Jerry, your brother, I know that you're adding stuff to your Instacart right now, but your brother is so upset about what a piece of shit the Miami Dolphins are that he can't even talk right now. He's throwing it right to you. Let's go. Maury Povich style. Are you the father? Go ahead.
Yeah, Josh Allen is definitely the Dolphins' father. But here's another thing that people don't figure out. So when Tua Tagovailoa received Waddle and Tyreek Hill as the receivers, they blew up the NFL for the 6 weeks, 7 weeks, first 6-7 weeks of that season, remember? And then what happened?
They got figured out.
All of a sudden, they got figured out.
Yep.
What happened in the NFL? If you want to be successful, if somebody figures you out, you have to change something. This Miami Dolphins aren't changing anything. They're sticking to the same guns every year, year in and year out. They got rid of Mostert. Mostert's not returning. It's just A-Chain so far, right back there. Who's a speedster? He's dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the same offense that we've seen the last 2 years and a half. And it's not going to go anywhere. The Bills and all the rest of the NFL's figured it out. This defense is falling apart. I just don't know. I don't see them doing anything unless it's a miracle, anything too crazy this year. And they might be in the hunt for Manning next year instead.
Oh, man, I respect that take. That's an off-season take, and I respect it.
It's an off-season take.
It is. I think here's the question for the panel on this. I think I've done one for every team. This is it's pretty good. It's almost like we planned it. McDaniels, hot seat, yes or no?
Yeah, he's on his way out.
I think that this dude shows absolutely zero leadership. He is a frat boy, not even a frat boy. He is a guy who pledged, who got denied. And I don't give a shit about frats. I'm just saying he wants to be. He looks like he had frosted tips when he was in high school. He probably tried to get with every girl that he met. Probably had like a 1 out of 97 average. I think.
Still won.
Oh, God. Scott, we were the 1 out of 97, weren't we? That's good.
I think that this team with this coach, it's just, I love it, but it's horrible.
Yeah. It is.
And he was like the flavor of the week. He was the personality, like this first season or two, and now they've just tanked. They've got the fastest team on turf, and nobody gives a shit because they can't make the playoffs. And when they do, they can't win. So I don't know. I think this dude's way too full of himself. I think Miami is the perfect place for him to be because he looks like the son of a failed cocaine dealer. He looks like the greasiest POS mouthy little spoiled brat that I've ever met in my life. I wish it were colder. Sure.
So like McDermott's one of those guys that we love because he fits the mold of Buffalo. He fits in the mold of New York, right? Doesn't he fit the mold of Miami and Florida? That 100%. My team isn't good. Oh well, dude. All right, we're not going to go to the games and watch them anyway. Okay, yeah, we have the Dolphins here. He fits that region.
I agree. So here's another thing. He's an exciting coach. People like him because he's a personality.
Yeah.
People dog McDermott because he's a little bland. He's a little boring. I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that he's boring. I love that he doesn't give anybody anything. Mm-hmm. I love that he's polite and he's humble. And even if they blow a team out by 50 points, he's still looking for something to be better at. That is the coach that I've always wanted. We got him. Mm-hmm. I don't want the guy with the greasy Jerry Curl looking matted smart ass
trying to be friends with everybody.
Let me be friendly with all the teammates or all the players, and then let me kind of like shit on the media, but like be snarky, but like clever, cute, like all that stuff, dude. All that cuts into football. That's McDermott. McDermott trims all the fat out. McDermott is Bruce Smith's fat percentage. That's what he is. He's like, there's this much time for fun. And the rest of it, work.
Business.
That is the coach thing. I don't give a shit.
That's the Buffalo way.
I don't want a headline. The only headline I want, Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl. That's it. And the best way to get it is some dude that is so bland and boring that all he does is focus on work, which we want him to do, but then everybody wants him to be like a clown, like I don't need that. We had Rex Ryan, we had Doug Marone, we had Jerron, who was basically a vampire, I think.
Pretty damn close.
Like, I'm pale, dude. That dude, way paler. Like, absolutely, whatever white you see in our background, that was Dick Duran on a good, healthy day. I don't know. I just think relating it back to McDaniels and the Dolphins, why do you want this? Mm-hmm. There's nothing good happening there. If I was the ownership, I would have gotten rid of him last season and been like, go be a coordinator somewhere, dude. Like, go figure it out. We'll get into this coach pool, maybe Belichick, get him down here, whatever. I don't know, something. And they didn't. So, again, another dumpster fire. Here we are.
We don't have a winning season, but we got a beach.
Yeah, slowly but surely. I know I went off a little bit, but slowly but surely they're bumping McDaniels out without him even knowing. He was a high-flying, creative, offensive architect that created situations that outmanned everybody. They brought in, and with their second-round pick and Savannah Jonah, a ground-and-pound guard. They brought in a running back in the 6th round of Ali Gordon, who's 6+, 220+ pound running back. He's not the speedster that they're used to. And this will be very interesting to see how this all plays out, Jared, because right now they drafted in the 7th round of this year Texas Longhorns Quinn Ewers. Tell me that wouldn't be funny if they brought in Manning next year to have the guy that played over Manning drafted this year being a starter and then Manning backing him up. That would be something very interesting. But slowly but surely, I'm sorry, I'm a Tua fan. He's never done anything wrong. Unfortunately, he's got the concussions. They need to start getting him out of the situation and bringing in. They brought in Zach Wilson. So here's my question, you guys, real quick: is Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers are they the quarterback by week 8? Is someone else other than Tua there by week 8?
I don't think so.
If Tua's healthy.
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So we're assuming health.
Yeah.
There's been those comments there, and listen, I understand, dude. We all understand. We've made comments and like jokes and whatever. The reality is, like, I think this last season is probably the first time in any season that he's played there that he's played all the games. Did he play all the games? I feel like he played all the games. Was he knocked out at all?
I can't remember. I'll check that out real quick.
I can't either. I feel like he did play the season. Maybe he missed 1 or 2 or something. Whatever. It's obviously we're not wishing ill on anybody. So let's take health out of it. Does he get benched for one of the other quarterbacks? I'll sit here and say no, because Miami is in such desperate need of something that he will be there because he is their best choice. What do you think, Jerry?
No, I would like to say if it came down to a fair camp, that Zach Wilson would give him a push. If they were neck to neck, I think they would just have to go with Tua. They'd have to go with Tua just because he's been there and he knows what's going on. But if you're doing a fair camp, Zach would give him a push. But it's like Scott said, Tua's a likable guy. It's the franchise that's really fucking him over. So
well, here's a question, and Scott, I want to get to you about this before or after, really quick. Just where could Tua go where you would root for him? What team? Just one team.
NFC, anywhere
in the NFC. Name a team. Give me a team.
I think he would be good actually in Seattle.
I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Jerry?
Yeah, I agree. I think NFC. I think they deserve a Tua Tagovailoa.
The problem is the AFC has too many powerhouses, so there's a lot of points to be scored.
Yeah.
You can go to the NFC and be successful without having to put up 40 points a game.
That'd be funny to see him go down.
Do it anywhere else, but go ahead. What do you think? NFC
down to Arizona Cardinals and beat out Murray.
Hey, AZ.
There you go.
All right, right here. You're hearing it here first. I want to see him in Kansas City. Tyreek says he's better. Let's go.
There you go.
Better than Mahomes. Put him in KC, baby. We'll smoke the shit out of them. That's what's playing in there. Anyway, Scott, give it to me. What do you got? Come on. You were mad, but go ahead. Give it to me.
What do you want me to give you? Just
give me the Miami. Quick and dirty.
Again, it's an identity thing. I think
stopped it.
And that's it. I'll cut that and tape it for tomorrow.
It's an identity thing for them. They're slowly progressing out of this high fly team, becoming a powerhouse. McDaniel's not going to be able to handle that. He'll be out before next year, and they're going to start a new idea. They'll be drafting a new quarterback next year in the first round.
Yes.
I like it. I think it's a bummer, man, because Tua's whole tenure there started out horrible. Before he even stepped on the field, the owner said that he didn't want him. They were trying to do that whole dirty deal Brady kind of thing. So he kind of had a bum rap to begin with, and then he had a horrible first season.
Mm-hmm.
And then, holy shit, he came out and he just threw bombs, not accurate bombs. Just, I hope Tyreek Hill is down there somewhere. Bombs.
Mm-hmm. He's out there somewhere.
or Waddle or whatever. And you had that big game against the Broncos and blah, blah, blah. And then it was just, if I had one word to like sum up McDaniel's Dolphins, and this would be the whole time that McDaniel's has been here, cute. That's it.
Yep.
Cute. He wants to do these cute little stupid things, and it's blown up in his face because he will not just play fundamental football. It's got to be gimmicky. It's got to be, something cute. If you can play the fundamentals and then put that brainchild genius kind of crazy shit in 5-10% of the time, you'll be a rock star.
Yeah.
You don't have a team that you can build on fundamentals. Goodbye.
Yeah, and he won't change.
No,
He won't do it.
He wants to be flashy, and
Yep.
that's what it is.
Yep.
All right, boys. We went through all of the AFC East. I mean, we could talk about the Bills, but we talk about the Bills all the time. This show is about the AFC opponents. So let's start from the least. No. Let's start at the I'm trying to think like how to do this. How about the team that the team we're least worried about? Let's do that. Jerry, which team in the AFC East are you the least worried about? And
The Dolphins right now. The Dolphins, dumpster
Really?
fire. Yeah, and
Dolphins.
I think, yeah, they're the least. We have their number big time, and I don't see that ending. And it's the biggest rivalry, and I think especially this year that it's the last season at this old Ralph Stadium. They're going to put the history behind when the Dolphins used to run our number in the 70s, and they're going to demolish them and end the Ralph Wilson run with two wins against this team.
There you go.
So I think they're going to do it with the AFC East, but Dolphins are my least concern.
I'm with them. Dolphins for
Yeah?
me. Yep.
Wow.
I think it's too much of a transition. I think they're trying to get rid of their coach, so that's bad mojo no matter where you look at it. So Dolphins for me.
I know I talked a lot of shit about McDaniels. I'm still going to keep talking shit about him right now. But I'm going to say Jets. I'm going to say that new coach, that new system, what they're trying to build there, that there's just scraps left over. I mean, again, I think the coach can build a adequate defense. I don't think their offense has got anything. I think that they are at most a 4-win team this season. And so for that reason, I'm going to say the Jets. Let's go back around the circle opposite clockwise over here to my boy Scooter. Who's your number 2 team that you are the second least?
And they're not far behind. I mean, the Jets for me, for the same things you said. Quarterback that takes a lot of sacks, identity kind of crisis as far as I'm concerned. And it'll be a bad couple years for the Jets in Miami, but I think they have the edge with a defensive-minded head coach that has more to look forward to than McDaniels.
I like it. Is that where you're at, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm at the Jets too, only because I think I might have said it earlier. The Patriots and Drake May, I think, might be moving that offense in the right direction. So that's the only reason why. They're all dumpster fires, but the Patriots are creeping up there on me a little bit.
Well, I think that we're all ending up here in the a similar realm, at least for the one that we would consider the biggest threat. For me, the guy that's number 3 is going to be the Dolphins. I think it's funny because the Dolphins have had the same foundation for the most amount of years through these other teams, but still don't believe in them. Don't think that I don't think they're going to do much better than they did last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had a bunch of their leaders basically just defunct the whole system. I don't see how they can work as a team. So yeah, I hope you guys are right because I think I hate the Dolphins more than I hate the Jets right now.
All right.
At least they're fans, Twitter fans anyway. I don't,
Yeah.
Got any specific names since we're going? I hate their fans. They're Twitter fans. Smoke.
I'm going to spend the next 3 hours listing every single. No. Yeah. So all right. So we're all in the same basic category there. For me, the biggest threat to us, which again, there always has to be a biggest something when you're categorizing things. If I'm saying that this team is the biggest threat to us, I still don't really see them winning more than 50% of their games.
Right.
Like maybe one more. And I'm going to go with what the panel is going to say, and that is the New England Patriots. I think it's funny that they have a new coach and they have a new system, and we spent a good amount of time dogging them. But I think fundamentally, this coach has that kind of trench, kind of old school, kind of grinded out mentality, which could be a change of pace thing, which could beat out the other two stupid teams we just talked about, not the Bills, but the other two, and maybe eke them out a couple more wins than the other rivals in the AFC East. So, Jerry, give it to me. What do you think about the Patriots?
Yeah, like I said, I think the offense is becoming a little bit scary. It's a rivalry, so it's going to be tough. And I think Drake May is coming into another year with a couple more solid players, not great ones, but the offensive line's building up. And I think, like, if you're going to pick the three, who's going to threaten us the most, I think it's going to be the Patriots. They're going to threaten us the most by maybe being in by 2 scores at the end of the game.
And I'm going to top it off by saying I think the Patriots have a defensive-minded head coach, so they'll be better there. And I think their quarterback has more in his personal arsenal to keep them in games rather than the other two teams with their quarterback. So Drake May and the Patriots and Glenn, I think, are the biggest threat.
I agree. I think Drake May is probably the best quarterback after Josh Allen in the AFC East. Do we agree on that?
Yep.
For sure. All right, guys. Listen, 975 of you tuning in. Appreciate you. It's 9:51. We went 20 minutes over. Thank you guys so much for the comments, for the participation, for hanging out with us. We know it's the off season. We know it's a drag, and we really, really do appreciate you coming in and lightening our load and giving us something to talk about and hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
We have a ton of stuff coming up here. The Rager. Go hang out with my boy Scooter at Mafia Con and our guy Corey Blaine. There's just a ton of stuff that you can do to preoccupy your mind before football kicks off. And don't forget, we're giving that shirt away tonight, so leave a comment. You got about 1 minute left probably, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. So we're gonna do final thoughts. Start down south with Jerry. I was late, but at least you saw my bedroom. Reed, what's up, Jerry?
Hey, glad to be back. All three of us back at the show. It felt good tonight. Rumor has it that July 22nd is going to be the reveal of the Bills celebration uniforms. So let's hope that something special comes out for this one. Go Bills.
Like it very much. Scoop.
You know, we got training camp coming up, which that's something fun to look forward to. Ignore this pup list and all that stuff. The Bills try to make room. They do what they can to make room and move people around. I don't think this Landon Jackson thing is anything to be scared about. But I do want to give a special shout out to the live stream that we've been using the last couple weeks in Buffalo World Order and our friends and Corey Blaine, Patrick Hughes, and Buffalo Spartan. Thank you guys. Thanks, Buffalo Spartan, for that. That's actually perfect timing. BWO show tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Special guest Monster. He does his own stuff too on social media, but hit them up. It's all about spreading the love, spreading the Bills Mafia love. We do have a Bills Mafia supporting Bills Mafia thing going on. If you want to help build up the Bills Mafia, no matter what social media platform it is, check us out, like, share, tag, and do it for everyone else. It's about growing. It's about sharing one another's ideas. And thanks for joining us tonight. This is why we do it. Participation was crazy. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, go check out Buffalo World Order tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Go follow them on social medias. Definitely Facebook. I know they have that. Appreciate all you guys shouting out that new song that I got coming out. My band, The Endless Mountain Derelicts, we're releasing a new song on Friday called Murder in the Mountains on all streaming platforms. Go check it out if you can. We're also playing with a band called the Black Moods from Arizona on Friday night. They played the UFL halftime show.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. Man, quick little thing. We're like very close to finishing our album. We had this amazing dude named Chris Stevens come into the studio down here in Casa de Swank's basement, and he put fiddle on a song, and oh my God, it sounds great. He's also going to put fiddle on another song on Monday. Oh my God, it sounds great. I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
But yeah, listen, MafiaCon this Saturday. Go see my boy Scott over there, my other boy Corey, my other boy Buffalo Spartan.
11:20, Scott. Is that your spot? 11:20.
11:25, I believe.
There you go. 11:25.
Hell yeah! If not, you can tune in online right here,
Right.
and then support our boys and support the K-Gun Report. We'll be here every goddamn Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your pleasure and enjoyment. We had a hell of a great time. Thank you so much. Leave a comment. You got 2 seconds. Oh my God. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Murder on the Mountain, guys. It'll be out on social media platforms. You do a post with a short, add his song to your song post. It'll help him out for sure. The Endless Mountain Derelicts.
Yeah.
Go Bills.
Yeah. Thank you much. Thank you much. Hey,
You might get the best of him, but sure, never for me. Now, sweet talk, the beast, dog tail jack, go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate board's a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college turned out me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said